Hi Aries, welcome to your October 2020 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So I had to stop because I had a problem with focus. So I hadn't started yet, so that's all good. The heart of the matter is the Ten of Wands. This is called in one of my books, The Burden of Success. So I was noting when I was laying out the cards that I've been getting a lot of themes in October, for October, that have to do with work-related matters, career. You know, wands can be career. You're fire, so fire signs, fire sign issues of ambition and that kind of thing. So it doesn't surprise me because now that we've gone 6 months into the shutdown, and yes, it's going to differ where you are in the world, obviously, where, you know, what your status is. But in a lot of places, you're starting to see more openings and things like that. So people might be going back to their offices, or the demands for the goods that you sell, whatever it is heightening. When we get into October, we're talking about the Christmas season. I just Oh, what was that? I thought I heard a Christmas song. Or was that just a dream I had? Maybe it was a dream I had, because I was like, I can't believe I'm hearing a Christmas song in September. But I can't, that might just be something that I dreamt last night. But yeah, I mean, I'm recording this in late September, but still, the October can easily be a time when they start to push those things, and they're just getting prepared for it in any case. Now, what does this, one thing I should have noted about this person's body language, or how they're carrying themselves, you can see that they're hunched over, so they have that sense of they're carrying quite a load on their back. And that connects with maybe having a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you're pushing yourself too hard. You're pushing yourself. This is a burnout card. Maybe you're taking on responsibilities that don't belong to you. In some cases, you are doing so because you want to keep your job. And if you defy it, you would get fired. And maybe whatever type of work you're doing, they could hire somebody very quickly. And so they have that advantage over their employees, and they can, kind of push them to do more for the same amount of money, something like that. If this is a personal relationship, you may be doing so much for somebody that they should be doing for themselves. So this could be codependency, or just putting more energy into the relationship than the other person, because it is both parties' responsibility in a relationship to actually be part of that relationship. The past position, we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of, feeling, pushing back, but feeling like you have to push back. Usually, unless you have a lot of inner planets in Pisces, Aries, especially or maybe the moon in Cancer or Pisces or something like that, or Libra. But if you have like, for instance, Mars in Pisces, you may be the kind of person who's very reticent when it comes to asserting yourself. Even if you're an Aries, or if you have like 12th house sun or something like that, you may feel very intimidated by defending yourself. Or if you come from a background where it was dangerous to assert yourself, like a very, like a violent parent or something like that. I mean, the point is that people sometimes are not, even as an Aries person, you may not feel comfortable defending yourself. Or if you are defending yourself, you feel like you're being constantly attacked. So it's not a good feeling. Even if somebody is like good at defending themselves, like I'm somebody who just, you could call it being defensive, and maybe it's, being thin-skinned or something like that. But even though I'm capable of it, it doesn't mean that I like that environment. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where somebody's always criticizing, or maybe it's like making snide remarks or something, and you feel that need as, to honor yourself, to feel dignified. Some people, they honor themselves by ignoring it because they don't even want to give it any energy. Is that the best policy? Maybe. I think it depends on your makeup and your, what you've experienced in the past, because sometimes it can make you much more prone to feel the need to do it, and you almost feel like there's something wrong when you don't do it. But in any case, we can just say that these two cards, they're both connected to fire, but the fire is being dampened in some way, because the person, fire is about individuality and freedom. And you may not feel like you have that kind of freedom. You might feel like every time you try to be who you really are, you get slammed for it. And that might not feel very good. The higher message is the World card, which is, to me, suggesting that perhaps whatever this situation is has run its course. This is the last card of the major arcana, so it can indicate the end of a cycle. And if, this is also a card of travel. So if you have a company that offers, assignments overseas, for instance, and you have kind of rejected or, turned them down, it may be saying this is a better situation for you because you're going to have more freedom if you do so. You're not going to be under the thumb of this particular individual. But for other people, the World card is about seeing when something is finally, when you're finally done with something, so that you're able to move on and have, a better working situation, or if this is a personal relationship, a better relationship. What crosses you is the Queen of Wands. Now, this could be the authority figure, and she may be somebody who is a fire sign just like you, and your egos are clashing. However, some Aries people are actually very, oh, see, here's my Sagittarius foot being put in my mouth. I'm going to tell you what I was going to say. I was going to say some Aries people are actually quite reasonable. And that sounds like I have a prejudice against Aries people, doesn't it? But here, that's a perfect example, because we're always told that we get along famously with other fire signs, right? Well, do you feel that way, Aries? Do you get along with Sagittarians? Do you get along with Leos? I find many times that I don't vibe with them. And I think the reason is that maybe because I have a lot of earth, I'm a lot less aggressive, in that, very extroverted and type A and that kind of thing. And so I don't really vibe with that overly ambitious, aggressive energy. And so it rubs me the wrong way a little bit when somebody I feel is pushy or, just kind of controlling. So this kind of person, they may be that to you, and maybe you're not like that. Maybe you're one of those Aries people that's a lot more cooperative, or, you're not like just in it for yourself. You really do care about other people. And yet this individual that you're working with is really, or it could be, what it could be too, is that they're threatened by you. Because I'll tell you, Aries people, I feel like by and large, you tend to be successful in life. And I'm talking about specifically with career matters, because you are very dynamic. Putting energy into things that you're doing in life is so important, but it's not that easy. Because if a lot of people just they're not feeling it. So they're dragging their feet. They're doing something that they're kind of like half-assed about it. And you put your all into things. Now, you may get bored very easily and switch off that and go into something else. You love to initiate. You don't necessarily love to follow through. But initiation is a big deal. And so I feel like this person, if this is your supervisor, may know that you are making her look bad. And because this is in a challenge position, these are all the negative qualities that we associate with women. Bitchiness, she might be very competitive with you, especially if you are a female. And, women know, I think most women would agree, maybe this is wrong for me to say, but they have more problems with female bosses than male bosses. I don't know if I'm just speaking about myself, but I feel like women, tend to play games more in general because of it's more of an emotional thing that's going on and one-upmanship. And so this person may be trying to detract from your successes and that kind of thing, because they feel threatened by you in some way. Now, the key for the Aries person, if this resonates in any way with you, the key with the Aries person is not to fall for the okie doke. Don't get embroiled in it, because actually this type of person loves drama, and what they will do is make you look bad. They're probably a narcissist and they thrive on negative energy. And so when you fall for that bait, because you are the employee, you're going to be the one that's characterized as the wrong one. And it's unfair, but it just is what it is. What's coming in is the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of doing your best at your job. Sometimes this can be like some kind of training that you get. Maybe you're preparing for something else that you're going to do in the future. But I think that if you've already decided, like the World card, that, this has run its course, then you don't mail it in the meantime while you're preparing to leave. You continue to kick butt. And then you leave on a high note. You stay classy. This is a card for making money. This may be a time, if you're working overtime, that you are making more money. Perhaps. But you just feel that you're still, even if you're making more money because you're working overtime, you still feel it's unfair because you're doing more than your share. Somebody else may be slacking off. The boss may be, what do you call it? Favoring that other person. The outcome is amazing. The Chariot card. In the end, you win. And the horses of duality, black and white. You're able, through all the distractions, to see it through. And so whatever that means for your situation, whether it means that you quit and you already have a job lined up, or you speak to somebody else in your industry and they know about this person, they know this person, you don't even have to say it. They're like, oh yeah, we know that everybody's quitting because they can't take her. So this can be success. Now, timing wise, the Chariot card connects to Cancer. There's a full moon in Cancer. Whatchamacallit, at the end of December, like December 29th. And this will be in your 4th house of home and family. So that might be an end to working from home. And perhaps you have some new job lined up that you're going to be working outside of the home. Who knows? But that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you would like a private reading, most of my readings are actually astrology based. I have natal chart interpretations with transits and relationship readings. Check me out at the link below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.